Hi, okay, so today I want to talk about food again. As you know, I've been back on the carnivore diet, and I mean, not that I really ever came off. I tried to introduce the smoothie one day and it didn't go so well, over 2 days actually, and it was only tiny little bits of an amount. So I've still been eating meat for my meals. But normally every 3 days I'm giving myself an enema because I'm not going to the washroom. But I decided, no, I am going to figure out how to go to the washroom. It's got to happen. So, because this has been going on for 7.5 weeks now, I haven't gone to the bathroom on my own. So, today I'm going to introduce a food. It's just one food, flax seeds. And they do coat the lining of the stomach, so that's also good for healing gut. And you know, because it's one ingredient, I'm hoping my body will accept it, but they do have a lot of fiber, so I'm hoping that this will help. So anyways, I'm just going to show you how I make my flaxseed wraps, because I used to make them back in the day when I was vegan and keto and low carb. They're good for paleo. They're good for everything. So unless you're carnivore, then they're not good for that. But I am carnivore with this, hopefully, wrap. So anyways, you just get seeds. So I have the golden flax seeds. And you're going to measure about a cup. You want 1.5 cups of the meal, but you want to grind your own. So there's a cup. I'm going to put it in my Vitamix, and I'm just going to basically grind it. I want to grind it to a low, I don't know if you can even see that. There we go. It's hard to see because of the light in here. Anyway, I'm just going to grind it to a low, fine flour. I don't buy the meal if I've made these in the past is because flaxseed goes rancid quickly, so I want to grind my own meal. It doesn't take very long. That's basically it. So it's a fine meal now. You can't really see it, but because of the lighting in here. But yeah, so in total, I'm going to put it back in my measuring cup now, because I want in total 1.5 cups. Alright, let's see what's coming out here. It's weird to introduce foods when you've been carnivore and you're afraid of introducing foods because you're afraid of how you're going to react. But since it's one ingredient, I'm hoping my body will accept it, and I seriously hope I can go to the bathroom, because I can't go on like this. The carnivore diet, you know, has been helping. I mean, it got worse when I tried to introduce some foods. So, you know, I'd like to stay carnivore, but I can't stay carnivore without going to the bathroom. Okay, so there we go. There's 1.5 cups. Pretty much there. Okay, and I'm going to put it in a saucepan. Just put it in here. And we want 1 cup of water. I've pre-boiled this water here. So I'm going to go ahead and put 1 cup. So basically 1 cup of flax seeds makes 1.5 cups pretty much of the meal. And then you want to put this on the stove. Now, normally you would just boil this water first, but since it's pre-boiled, I'm just going to go ahead and put it in. And what you want to do is you just want to stir. I don't know if you can see my pot here. We're just going to stir until all the meal combines and there's no lumps and bumps. If it looks like it's too thin, because we want a dough here. There we go. I'm just going to take it off the heat now, because you just want to leave it on the heat for just a moment, actually. So I'm going to, now that it's off, I'm just stirring it until it makes dough, basically. So flaxseed is really, you know, it has the properties of gelling. So it's also, as a plant food, good for your stomach. to heal and seal the gut as well. And fiber hopefully is gonna push everything out that is not coming out with just the carnivore nose to tail, organs included diet. Okay, so once you've got everything combined here, just make sure all of it is. And it's kind of like this dough, right? Just like dough. But at least we have only one ingredient. I like to add a bit of salt here. You don't have to, but otherwise it's kind of bland. And I add salt to my meat, I add salt to everything, so help me get my minerals. There we go. Okay, then you just need some parchment paper. And usually I like to wait till the dough cools a bit. Anyways, you get 2 pieces off. One for the top, one for the bottom. And you want to get a rolling pin. Sorry I didn't pre-get this ready, but that's how I roll around here. Okay, so now the dough, I'm going to take it out of the pot because it'll cool down faster if it's just on the parchment paper. So I'm going to go ahead, put it on the parchment paper. There we go. And I guess I need to bring my camera over here so you can see it. So you just want to make sure that your ball of dough is all kneaded together there. Rinse my hands. Okay. So let's do this. Okay. So while I'm waiting for that to cool for a minute, I'm just actually getting my meat ready for today. So let me see if I can set this here. Great. Okay, so here's my Instant Pot. A lot of times I haven't been using my Instant Pot. I've just been frying it and cooking it on the stove. But today this was frozen, and it's a stewing beef, which is a little tougher than most of the cuts that I've been having. So anyways, this is our grass-fed bison stew, a grass-fed bison stew, and a beef stir fry. They're all going in together. So I usually just put my packages right in here, cut them open, squeeze everything in, and I put the package in the garbage after. Okay, that's number 2 going in. So this will feed me for lunch, and it'll feed me and my husband for dinner, who's also doing carnivore right now. Not for health reasons, but just because I'm doing it. He figured he needs to lose some weight, so he figured he would go ahead and do it as a weight loss. Okay, he is going to the bathroom on carnivore, so it hasn't affected him, but I am not, and it's not okay with me because before all this, I was regular. Like I said, I've been low carb and keto and just relatively healthy diet, at least in the paleo sphere for 5 years, whole foods. And I put that on my Instant Pot on stewing meat for 25 minutes. Okay, putting the garbage away. So as for my plan, it is to introduce these flax wraps and then eat my meat in a wrap for lunch and eat my meat in a wrap for dinner. I am also maybe, I haven't decided, I want to wait and see how the flax is going to be introduced, but I have a bowl of blueberries here. This is just wild blueberries here, freezer blueberries that I've just left out on the counter, and it's just a handful of those. And I'm also considering a small green apple peeled with the skin off and just eating the inside. So those are my two other foods that I'm thinking of eating today as snacks. So my meals will be meat, then they'll include inside the flax wrap, and as a snack, maybe at some point between my two meals, because I only eat 2 meals, I will have the bowl of blueberries with the apple. I may cook the apple so it's easy on the gut into an applesauce and eat that. Because so far nothing, is helping, and I'm just not going. So I know this may take a few days, even at that level, with a little bit of apple, a little bit of blueberries, and a little bit of flax to see some movement. But I'm hoping that I will see some movement. Okay, so sorry about this. I really gotta get a little tripod for this. Anyway, so I'm just rolling this out. You can, oh boy, sorry. You can make these into, you can cut them into squares, or you can cut them into circles, or you can just rip them off and make them any old shape. It depends if you're just eating them for yourself or you're serving them for others. But, okay, it's sticking a little bit because it's still warm. I don't know if you can see that. I just want to be able to tip the camera so you can see it. Okay. So for instance, there's a little bit of a roll there. And if you want to grab a pot lid, then you can just take a knife. I can get a knife, hang on a second. Oh, my knives are dirty. Okay. This video is just not going very well. But that's fine, because the point is just to talk to you and tell you about this, not to really show you anyway. Okay. So you just take a lid there, and you're going to go around, cut it around into a shape. Like that, like a circle. And then you can just gather the rest up into a ball, roll it out again, and go again. So I'm just gonna widen this one just a little bit. Oh, I should have put the parchment. That was a mistake. Okay. Hang on. This is what happens when you have non-edited videos. Okay. Just rolling this out a little bit more. Just gonna do the shape. And I'm gonna put it in a pan here. And I'm gonna put it, it didn't turn out like a super great shape after all, but anyways, you would normally roll it really flat first and then put it on. Okay, so now I just put my heat on, my stove, on medium high, so probably about in between 6 and 7. And I leave it on there for 1 to 2 minutes. Then I flip it over and I do another minute on the other side. And then it's a flax wrap. So, yeah, that's what I do. And then I'm gonna be, like I said, eating my meat in that. And I may add the blueberries and cooked apple. I really have to go. It's really, really not good for my illness and my toxicity level for me not to be going. And the enemas are causing me some dizziness, lightheadedness, and other symptoms, more brain fog. So I just put my kitchen timer on. So yeah, so it is definitely becoming a problem. Anyway, hopefully this will help. And I will let you know in a few days. I'm planning not to do an enema, so I am